In Karachi, they say the wind carries the scent of sea salt and gunpowder. On September 19, 2011, the gunpowder won. A massive truck packed with explosives blew up an entire home in the middle of the city. It was the home of the most feared police officer in Karachi. Most people would have been shaking. Chaudhry Aslam Khan just lit a cigarette. He walked in front of the cameras and told the world he would bury the terrorists in their own streets. This was not a normal policeman. This was a man the city of Karachi both feared and needed. He was not always this man. Long before the chaos, there was a quiet boy growing up in the green hills of Mansehra in northern Pakistan. He was born Muhammad Aslam Khan Swati on April 10, 1963. His family came from a proud Pashtun tribe. His father was a lawyer who believed in justice through courts and paperwork. His son would find a different way. When the family moved to Karachi, the quiet boy from the hills met one of the loudest and most dangerous cities in the world. And something changed in him forever. On October 31, 1984, Aslam joined the Sindh Police as a junior officer. Within 3 years, by 1987, he had risen to become the head of Gulbahar Police Station, one of the most violent areas in the city. Gangs ran the streets. Violence was everywhere. But Aslam did not back down. He fought fire with fire. People started calling him an encounter specialist, a policeman who did not wait for criminals to surrender. He went after them. He was not the kind of man who just arrested people. He took them apart completely. People said he could walk into any room and sense who was carrying a weapon just by watching how they moved. The 1990s turned him into a legend. On February 25, 1999, he pulled off the arrest that defined his entire career. He tracked down Saulat Mirza, a hitman so dangerous that even powerful politicians were afraid of him. Aslam found him, faced him alone, and brought him in. No backup, no fear. For this, he was promoted to a senior officer rank in Nazimabad. Everyone in Karachi now knew his name. They called him the Super Cop. But in a city like Karachi, being famous also means being a target. In 2006, everything fell apart. Aslam was arrested and thrown in jail, accused of killing a gangster named Mashoop Brohi in a staged encounter. For 16 long months, the man who had chased criminals across the city was now sitting in a prison cell himself. His enemies were happy, but the city was not. Crime went up. The streets became more dangerous. People realized how much they had depended on one man to hold things together. In December 2007, the court finally let him go. The moment he was free, he went straight back to work. By 2009, the slum area of Lyari had become like a small country run by criminals. The man in charge was Rahman Dakait, a gangster so powerful he was basically a king in his own neighborhood. Aslam walked into that neighborhood with his team and took him down. The operation was messy and the courts asked questions. But Aslam had a simple answer for everything. Sometimes you have to get your hands dirty to clean up a dirty city. By 2010, the threat had grown even bigger. Aslam was now fighting terrorists, not just local gangsters. He was made the head of the Anti-Extremism Wing and became the top target of two of Pakistan's most dangerous militant groups, the TTP and the BLA. They tried to kill him 9 times. They used grenades, landmines, and suicide bombers. 9 times he survived. And every single time, witnesses said he just walked away, lit a cigarette, and went back to work. In April 2012, the government launched a massive operation in Lyari that lasted 12 days. It was like a war inside a city. Rockets were fired through narrow streets. Aslam did not watch from a safe distance. He stood at the very front, leading his officers through the gunfire. The criminal networks were finally broken. His men gave him a new name after that, Baba Cop. It meant he was the father figure, the protector, the one who kept everyone together. January 9th, 2014 started like any other day. Aslam was in his vehicle on the Lyari expressway, surrounded by the people he trusted most. But one of those people had already betrayed him. His own driver had quietly passed the route information to the enemy. A suicide bomber from the TTP was waiting on the highway. The explosion was instant and massive. In one moment, Karachi lost the man it had always depended on. The whole country went into shock. The TTP proudly claimed they had done it. But Pakistan refused to let him be just a victim. He was given the country's highest police honors, the Pakistan Police Medal, the Quaid-e-Azam Police Medal, and the Tamga-e-Imtiaz. His life became the inspiration for movies. But behind the fearless officer was a quiet family. His wife Noreen, who never left his side despite years of death threats, and 4 children who grew up watching their father protect an entire city. Chaudhry Aslam Khan never asked anyone to love him. He just refused to let Karachi fall. He was a tough man for a tough time. To his family, he was safety. To criminals, he was their worst nightmare. To his city, he was the one man who never blinked. And in a city that has moved on from so many of its stories, this one, it has not forgotten.
Every story begins with a single gaze into the unknown.
Welcome to Kahanimay. This is your storybook.